Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of The Way We Saw It in Costa Rica. We are at the national park Rincon El Viejo, and this park has volcanic activity, so there will be hot springs and bubbly mud baths. Although we won't be bathing in the bubbly mud bath, but it's bubbly and it's muddy.
And a lot of mosquitoes.
And this area is actually sort of in the middle of climate zones where we are staying. There was heavy rain this morning in the jungle, and then we drove 10 kilometers south from there and we got in a completely other climate zone with pampa and dry fields and sunshine and very warm weather, so it was very pleasant. And on the way then back here north in another valley, we drove through a wind park, which was really impressive. There was so much wind, and actually, as you know, Costa Rica is producing nearly 100% of its energy from renewables, so there's wind and there's water power, and we really saw how much wind power they have, and they're using it quite smartly to create their own energy. Anyway, now we are in Rincon De La Vieja National Park, and we're going to do a trail about 3 kilometers to the hot springs, and then we're going to move to another ranger station to see the mud baths.
We have made it to the first station. It's very loud. There's two little waterfalls, but very beautiful, and there's nobody here.
It's very loud here.
So here is a river we have to cross. It reminds me of Lost City. So here's another river we have to cross. The rangers said it's only 2 rivers, but I would say this is already number 4. After the last river we just didn't put our shoes on anymore and just walked barefoot. So here on the walkway there are a lot of avocados half eaten on the floor, and there's a wild avocado tree actually here on this path where they are hanging in the tree and falling down once in a while. So we have made it to the hot springs, and actually there's a river behind me where fresh clear water comes, and the hot water comes here on the side out of the wall, and the people have built some pools into the river where the hot water is collected, and I would say the temperature is like 40 degrees, like a bathtub at home, but the smell is very intense, like rotten eggs. But the good thing is that you can go into the freshwater river and just wash it off after you took a bath in the hot spring. You're not supposed to stay longer than 20 minutes in that pool. Just getting blown away by the wind. You're not supposed to stay longer than 20 minutes in that sulfuric pool because it's very concentrated. And it took us about 1 hour here from the Santa Maria ranger station.
So we are leaving the ranger station Santa Maria, and some of these national parks are so big that they have several entrances. So this one was only for the hot springs and the cascade, but the mud baths are actually on another entrance called Las Pailas, and we're now heading there with the car. It's supposed to be about 5 kilometers. They said 35 minutes. Google Maps says 15 minutes, so let's see how long this takes. See you at Las Pailas. Arrived to Las Pailas section. This road to the bubble bath is very well equipped. It's very windy, so you can get here also on a wheelchair.
Look at this gigantic tree, the roots.
Here we had to stop because we found a little snake on the road, and it's moving and it's leaving the road.
It's a coral snake, it's poisonous.
And let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go.
Bye.
Bye. This also scared me to death, this lizard, but it's beautiful. A little varan. Jump on the little piece of wood.
Hello. So here you can see the smoke coming out of the ground, and next to it is actually a laguna. And the water is up to the mud, I must say, is up to 106 degrees temperature, and it smells also very sulfuric here. It's amazing, the nature.
Here you have some more mud bubbling from the earth. This is much more muddy than the previous one.
And the mud flies much higher.
Yes.
Makes these craters.
And this is probably have been going on for hundreds of years. Every day, every night, just bubbling.
24 hours.
24 hours.
24/7.
24/7.
Look at this tree, it's covered with thorns. It's like awa, and it goes all the way up.
So no monkeys can climb it.
Super crazy and beautiful at the same time. Looks like a fur coat, like a jacket.
Here we have a little volcano.
Volcancito.
They call it the volcancito. There's no animalitos in this volcancito. Ui.
And the steam is very hot.
Steam is very hot, and you can see the little crater here, and the water, the steam coming out of the crater. The crater. Spot on the Pailas tour, some boiling water where you can cook an egg probably. It's very impressive. It up, we found these amazing cascades.
So this was another national park in Costa Rica. Maybe you have an overdose now of national parks. Well, so do we, but this is what Costa Rica is all about. It's about the flora and the fauna, and it's stunning. And we have the rental car, so we have to drive around and tick like all the national parks. But the next vlog is most probably going to be a beach vlog.
Yes, this was the Pailas section of this national park. It's actually, for me, the highlight until now of this trip. I've never seen that kind of mud bubbling areas and steam coming from the ground, so that was really impressive.
Gives you actually a little bit the impression when you see this 106 degree hot mud or steam coming out of the ground.
how small we as a human being actually are on this
Exactly.
planet, and
Yeah.
how unimportant we are.
Anyway, this was the way we saw it in Costa Rica. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you for all the new followers. So safe travels as always.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.